Welcome back to the channel where we spotlight Black excellence in film and TV so you don't have to miss some great Black-led roles. Let's get into it. Today we're going over some must-see Denzel Washington movies that you might have missed and can catch this weekend. The first one is Flight. Denzel Washington plays a commercial airline pilot who struggles with drug and alcohol addiction. Like, I'm talking heavily addicted, even drinking while flying. But despite this, he has always managed to land his plane safely. However, when a mechanical failure causes his plane to plummet toward the ground, he amazingly manages to crash land the plane in the craziest way, saving nearly everyone on board with only 6 casualties. So pretty good. However, as the investigation into the crash unfolds, the pilot's secret battle with addiction begins to come forth and things get crazier from there. This is a really nice one. It's funny at times, it's a little sad, a tad extreme, a little ridiculous, but hella good. I don't think you'll have any regrets. Take a look at this movie, available on Amazon Prime at the time of making this video, but you can purchase it on YouTube and Apple TV. Next, we have Fallen, one that is, if not strange, is at least interesting. In this movie, Denzel plays a detective, and after witnessing the execution of a serial killer that he arrested, he quickly finds himself investigating another murderer whose mode of operation is eerily similar to the executed murderer. In the course of the investigation, the detective meets a theology professor who introduces him to the world of the occult and the possibility that an evil spirit is behind the killings. Cards on the table, this isn't revealing anything crazy at the ending. This one is supernatural, so I'm not breaking any surprise twist ending here by saying that. Like I said, this one is very interesting. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, does stem away from, normal stuff that's happening in detective worlds, but I kind of like to think about it as Constantine, but maybe with less action and more suspense thriller. More about how he's going to be able to stop the supernatural murderer in a world that obviously doesn't believe him, etc, etc. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, go check it out. The full movie is actually available on YouTube for free, and there's multiple uploads. So if the link I've linked down below doesn't work, you can find another one. So enjoy. American Gangster, if you haven't seen this movie, is 100% definite watch, okay? In this movie, Denzel plays Frank Lucas, a Harlem drug dealer who rises to power in corrupt 1970 New York, equaling and surpassing, not even equaling, surpassing the notorious mafia family with the reach of his empire. Insane. On the other side of the law, a way too honest cop dedicates himself to taking down Frank Lucas, who's smuggling heroin into the US through some means. Now, coming from Vietnam. So this one is based on a true story, though it is loosely based on a true story, as the accounts from the actual detective and actual gangster, Frank Lucas, who have seen the movie, say things were definitely embellished, but that's Hollywood for you. By and large, it's a fantastic movie. I think even P. Diddy's father used to hang around this guy or something like that. I forgot where I heard that, so don't quote me on that. But if that's the kind of guy that P. Diddy was hanging around, you can understand why people were scared of the man to come forth with all the stuff that has been coming out. But neither here nor there. If you haven't already seen this or you're looking for a rewatch, American Gangster is going to scratch that itch. Check it out on Amazon Prime or purchase it on Apple. The choice is yours. And next we have Glory. Now this isn't so much a Denzel focused story or movie, though he is in it and plays a pretty significant role along with Morgan Freeman and a fair amount of others. But what Glory does tell is the story of the 54th Company, the USA's Civil War's first all-black volunteer company. We watch them go from green know-it-all know-nothings to proper soldiers ready to lay their life on the line. This movie is from 1989, so everyone looks a lot younger except for Morgan Freeman, because he's basically just old all of the time. The battles are interesting. A lot of them are kind of head-on, front-facing, like it was in the 1800s, so it could have been how it was conducted. I mean, I've heard that before. I don't, off the top of my head, don't remember when they started implementing more like flanking strategies, I guess. But you still see it in this. It's just that I found that when I was watching the fighting, it seemed to be very much like head to head constantly. But what do I know about war? Regardless, it was all pretty cool in the way it was conducted. The story is based on true events of the Massachusetts Regiment, and this one has some really powerful moments worth the watch. I don't think you can stream this on any of the major platforms, but like you can purchase them. They're just not already streaming free with your, well, free with your subscription. So you can get it separately on Amazon, YouTube, and Apple. And lastly, my number one pick that I definitely think you should watch is Book of Eli. To me, very underrated movie. Not a lot of people I know even knew this movie existed, but it's great. So 30 years after a war turned the world into a wasteland, a lone warrior named Eli marches across the ruined landscapes of USA, carrying hopes for humanity's redemption. Only one other man understands the power of what Eli carries, and he's determined to take it for himself. Though Eli prefers peace, of course he does, he will risk death to protect his precious cargo, for he must fulfill his destiny to help restore mankind. I don't want you to know what he's carrying, but you might have already been able to figure it out or guess it, or you've heard it. But I don't want to spoil anything. That won't happen here. Regardless, I'm not gonna say it. Okay, there's also a twist at the ending. I'm also not gonna say that. So grab some popcorn, relax, check it out. Mila Kunis is also in it from that 70s shows. It didn't do great review wise, can't lie about that, but I highly suggest checking out for yourself and coming to your own conclusion, because I think it's a really good movie, and I have a bit of a soft spot for post-apocalyptic stuff, but still check it out. I believe that this is also not streaming on like your regular subscription, but you can purchase it separately from like YouTube, Amazon Prime, and Apple. Alright guys, that's it for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments about these movies. Did you check them out? Have you already seen them? Denzel's got so many other movies that he's involved in, so I'll probably make another one of these videos. But that's it for now. Like, comment, subscribe, and come back for more.